Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? How was your weekend? I have to say, I tried 4 times to record a video on Friday and I was doing like chakra clearing and balancing, my kind of chakra practice, which I did release a video already doing, but I was outside and I didn't have the exact solfeggio pitches, so I was kind of doing it from memory, so I don't think they were 100% accurate, although in the ballpark. So I wanted to do one that was like really with each frequency for each chakra, and I filmed this video 4 times and every time it failed to record in my phone. And I thought, okay, clearly this video does not want to be filmed today. I'm not meant to do this. I'm not meant to put this out. It was a bit frustrating, but I was like, all right, you know what? 4th time's a charm, and I'm just gonna put it away until it's ready. And I did find that like actually my throat chakra, I could not get it. It was not feeling good at all. Just that chakra, like that was the hardest one. My lower chakras were feeling really good, but then like starting a little bit at the heart and then really in the throat, I was having a hard time getting the voice to focus in a way that it normally does. And today I was practicing just before this, and I was still feeling like my throat, like my singing voice, there's like a lot of tension in my throat, and it wasn't bad, but I could tell like I wasn't using like great technique when I was practicing my opera, and I was kind of tiring out my throat, which is what happens when I'm like almost fighting through the tension as opposed to like releasing the tension. And I saw some channeler or psychic, I don't remember who actually, maybe it was a couple different people talking about the throat chakra getting an upgrade right now. And is this a dark? Can you guys see me? I'm a little bit far away from the light. I'm looking, I'm like, am I in the dark? It's kind of dark. I have my ring light, but I don't think it's cloudy out today, so I don't think it's quite light enough. Let me try something. Hold on. I'm coming back. Okay, maybe that's a little bit better. Put a lamp on in the background. Oh yeah, so sorry. I was listening to some different channelers and things, and people were mentioning that we are going through like a throat chakra upgrade at the moment. And I find this happens like, often if you're going through some kind of upgrade, you'll get sick in that area, or, you'll feel like things aren't working because it's like that old energy has to be released. And luckily for me, I'm not sick. Like it's not releasing through sickness, but maybe it's just like tension and I have to like let it move through. So I thought today could be a really nice day if anybody else is experiencing this same kind of like neck, shoulder tension, voice issues, throat issues, speaking your truth issues, because that's really what the throat chakra is. It's, are we able to speak our truth even in settings where it may feel uncomfortable or be disruptive to the people we're speaking it to, which I know is definitely something I struggle with. I'm pretty good at showing up as my authentic self and holding to my values, but if what I feel and believe will create a conflict in a close relationship of mine, I tend to kind of like hold my tongue a bit in order to keep the peace. And I'm finding that I have been challenged not to do that, and it is causing some difficulties in some of my relationships, but it must be. It is the time. We must be. So if anybody else is experiencing this kind of thing, maybe you'll find this helpful. I'm just gonna kind of set this throat chakra upgrade, clearing, balancing, whatever as an intention. I'm not going to do it on a particular pitch or keep it very rigid. It's still going to be a free flowing tuning. So please, sing along, sing your own melody or move, or just let it wash over you, whatever feels authentic, whatever feels natural and organic for you. Sorry, my words. My brain is like boo 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 everywhere today. I am not. Pull it together. I'm super ADHD brain where like I start a sentence and then another sentence wants to be said first and I'm skipping around. Also, these solar flares, I haven't really been sleeping the past 2 nights. Like, wow, energy everywhere. Okay, so we're gonna start. We're gonna center. Please let me know in the comments how you felt this and what you experienced. And please like this video and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Okay, so let's take 3 deep breaths together. We're going to breathe in through our nose for 4, hold for 4, and exhale through our mouth and sigh it out. So we'll breathe in, hold, and sigh it out. Breathe in, hold, sigh it out. Breathe in, hold, okay, let's begin. was interesting. I mean, I could feel my throat was still a bit tired from the singing I just did. But it was also like, felt like just like a much more gentle kind of singing. Like it wanted a lot of gentleness and patience. So maybe that's the takeaway, is just to very gentle and loving with yourself, with your voice. Give yourself lots of grace and patience and love, and maybe bring in some of that like soothing energy. Anyways, yes, please let me know how you experience that. I'd be very curious about your experience. Okay, should we do some tarot cards? I tell you what, the energies, they're like, ooh, so all over the place. On Sunday, well, this weekend here in Berlin was just like an incredibly beautiful weekend weather-wise, and it was also a holiday weekend, so people were really like out and about. And I went to a lake on Sunday, and a swan came up, and this swan was like, I totally kind of befriended this swan. I probably sang to this swan for like 2 hours, and it had its mate was like nesting nearby, and at first it came looking for food, and I gave it a little bit of a cracker. I know you're not supposed to do that, but I did, and then it just like hung out with us for like the entire afternoon. It was totally calm. It was sleeping. The only time I got upset were when the dogs kind of moved and came closer, but they chilled out really quickly, and this swan was just like cleaning itself and sleeping, and it was like staying really, really close. So it was so magical, and I felt like I spent the whole day in this like super 5D like high vibe energy because of like the nature and the swan, and I was like in this ascended energy all day, and then I couldn't sleep that night, but I wasn't amped up. I was just like happy. I don't know, I felt nourished, and so I wasn't tired at all. And then the next day it was like crashing back down into that like 3D energy. And so I was like, oh, okay, I maybe flew too close to the sun. I maybe spent too much time in that like higher vibrational energy, and now like the integration has to come in from that. But it was very cool. Sorry, I dropped some cards. Let's see what fell. I don't know if I was focusing enough, so let me shuffle now. Okay. Spirit, what do you have for the collective today? Give us some messages. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness, cards are flying out. I don't even know what to do with this. I got 5 cards. Okay, we'll just go with what came out. First card is 10 of Pentacles. So this is about legacy and generational wealth. I mean, obviously Pentacles is about wealth, but it's also about manifestations in the kind of physical world, and this is also about generations, right? So like you've achieved, the 10 is the end of the cycle, right? So like you've amassed great wealth and success, and then you have enough to leave for your children and future generations. But this feels like right now almost like we're moving through this, it's the end of like this kind of this system that we're stuck in, like we're looking at the things that have been passed down to us from our parents, from past generations. And the second card is the 3 of Swords, which is about grief, loss, heartbreak. So I think we're really reckoning with our inheritance, what we have inherited, the world that we are living in that we have inherited from our ancestors, and feeling a lot of grief and sadness around this. And it's necessary because everything's kind of falling apart, so we're going to have to figure out what and how we want to rebuild, and with what energy we want to rebuild after this phase of chaos subsides. But first we have to like move through that grief, and we have to honor that grief of all of the painful things that we've inherited and that we've stepped into in this world. Next card is the Page of Pentacles. So this is also like an energy of a new career, a new idea, building something again, also around money, I think. And it's just the beginning of like a new start. It's the beginning energies of this like new manifestation. And you can see she's kind of like looking at her pentacle, wondering what to do. So I think that's also where we're at. We're starting to search for new ways, but we don't quite know like what to do yet, and we're in that like contemplation, like, okay, how do we move from here? The next card I got is the Ten of Cups. This is another end of cycle. This is the Ten of Cups. Sometimes I confuse Ten of Cups and Lovers because they look the same. It's like the happy family. Again, I think we're looking at these systems, and we have two kind of family cards, right? And this is like almost like a nuclear family, you know, like the parents and the kid. So yeah, we're looking at these generational, what's been passed down generationally, emotionally and physically, and reevaluating. And then the final card is the Moon. So it's everything that's kind of in the shadows coming back, you know, lurking. There's confusion, there's some could be some subterfuge, but it's also like the shadows dancing around us for us to shed some light on and bring back into the light as we work through all of these ancestral and generational and systematic issues that we're living through at the moment. And then on the top of the deck was the Four of Swords. So I think there's this energy of like there might be some illnesses moving through. People might be like, you know, having to pull back momentarily as we adjust to like all this new frequency and everything that's coming in with all these solar flares and this like high vibrational energy, this fire horse energy. It might be moving through our system in a way that can be quite disruptive, and so there might be some illnesses moving through as well right now. And let's see if there's anything else. Oh, and then on the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Cups. So this is that delusion going on. Yeah, so we're in this really hard time where we're seeing the mask is falling off, all the subterfuge, all the darkness, all the shadows. We're seeing the world kind of with clearer eyes. We're starting to recognize it with clearer eyes what we've actually inherited, what we've stepped into, what's been going on for generations, and we're feeling a lot of like grief and heartbreak over that. Yeah. So take care of yourself. This will not last forever. We're in the thick of the transition right now, and transitions suck. They're really, really hard. I don't like them. Nobody likes them. Change sucks. Change is hard, but it's the only way that we can potentially have something better. So take care of yourself. Rest if you need to rest. Be very kind and loving to your body, your voice, your energy. You know, if it feels like too much, like give yourself that love, give yourself that space, give yourself permission to take care of yourself, and allow yourself to grieve and allow yourself to be in that space and let it move through you, and then I know something beautiful is coming someday, somewhere, somehow. And always go into nature and try to befriend the local birds. I'm really on like a bird kick right now, so there's something around birds in me, and any animals, any wildlife, any nature. It's very nourishing. All right, I will leave it there. Thank you so much, and I'll be back, I don't know, in a few days. Mwah.